funding for Zoom is provided by a grant from General Foods Corporation. Additional funding is provided by this station and by other public television stations, and by the United States Department of Health, Education, and Welfare, Office of Education, Bureau of Education for the Handicapped.
Let's see. Elbow to elbow. Head to head. Foot to foot. Back to back. Back to back. No, you can do it again. That's in a row. No, you can be back. You can be.
If you insist.
Not in a row. That's all you can.
Ready? Head to head. Hand to hand. Leg to leg. Foot to foot. Toe to toe. Shoulder to shoulder. Neck to neck. Chin to chin. Ear to ear. Head to head. Leg to leg. Hand to hand. Back to back.
Back to back. Who is it?
Knee to knee. Shoulder to shoulder. Arm to arm. Cheek to cheek. Ear to ear.
Oh, that was there already.
Toe to toe. Knee to knee. Toe to toe. Back to back.
Back to back.
I'm going to show you how to stick a needle through a balloon without busting it. You need one balloon, a long thin sewing needle, some thread, and Scotch tape. You blow the balloon up, not too big and not too tight. Then you take the needle and put the thread through it. Then you take some tape and put it on opposite sides of the balloon. Be sure it's smooth though. Then you take the needle and stick it through the balloon on the Scotch tape without busting it. I hope it doesn't bust. That's a phenomenon for you.
You gotta power, you gotta play. Hey, you gotta send them to Zoom right away. You gotta barrel, you gotta do. Ooh, you gotta send them to Zoom. We need you. Something to tell us, something to ask. Got a good goody, got a good mess. We looked in our mailbag for something to do, but something was missing, something from you. So go get some paper and something to write with. The mailman will travel all through the night with your letter, and then she'll deliver it here. And we will meet it, and we will greet it, and we will read it with cheers.
Oh, one thing more.
As if you can't guess that,
Send your new letter to the same old address.
That's Susie, WON, Box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134. Send it to Zoom! We're gonna roll up the barrel and find out what's inside today.
Dear Zoom, place a loose headband over your head so that it runs across your ears and the tip of your nose. The object is to get the headband down around your neck using a facial expression. From Cal Montana, San Clemente, California.
Oh, shoot. This is
Over your ears.
in your nose.
How do I look?
Just washed my hair this morning. I can't do a thing with it.
Hey, wait!
Wait a minute. Oh,
Uh,
how do I do that? I can't get it down
I'm
again.
eating this thing!
Your tongue. Oh, I got it. Wait, here it goes.
Oh, this is
Oh,
good.
this is trippy.
Oh, it's good, it's good.
No wonder this is a
It's good.
tight.
Here it comes.
Can't do
Oh, here it comes. I'm getting it, I'm getting it.
Get off.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here goes
I
some
can't
fries.
breathe.
it.
Yeah, do it over.
You go like that. I did it.
This is a goodie sent in by Tangi Dubose of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. What you do is you take some mayonnaise and you take some banana, put them between two pieces of bread, and there you have it, a banana sandwich. What kind of sandwich would you make if you could make any kind of sandwich you wanted to? We tried it, and this is what happened.
I need some
Anyone want
mayonnaise.
pickles?
Pass the mayonnaise, please.
Where is it?
I have just invented the best sandwich ever made.
Are you kidding?
The Amy.
Who's that, Amy?
This tastes horrible.
Cream cheese.
I made a salad sandwich. Isn't it delicious?
Look at this so far.
Some Swiss cheese.
I know what I'll do. I'll cut
First
tomato.
Bologna.
Left out tomatoes. Ketchup, nope. I love pickles. Pickles.
More mustard?
Oh, look at that.
Let's see. What do I need now?
Wait a minute.
Let's see.
Wait, don't take my vegetables.
Some lettuce.
I'm showing up.
Is that good? How does it taste? How does that taste?
A jumbo sandwich.
Celery.
That sandwich over there.
That's
like mine,
so I can't close mine.
You squeeze it. Look at this. My sandwich. Thank you. This is gorgeous.
What is in it?
Aren't I finished? No.
Cottage cheese, bologna, salami.
Oh, this
ham.
cheese.
Radishes.
Cheese is gross.
A little raw. I don't like cottage cheese. I hate it.
No, the cheese with the holes in it.
It is.
Swiss.
Ben, I'll put them too.
I like rope.
Tastes like I don't know what it is.
I like cheddar. Old sport.
Not bad. My mouth can hardly fit this sandwich.
Amy's having trouble with her mouth.
Unbelievable.
Big enough.
Go ahead,
And
John.
here comes the first bite, everybody. This is television history.
Here comes the first bite, everybody. I hope. This would be television history if I could get it in my mouth.
I want my thing.
A 1, a 2.
I'm tapped. Open your mouth. Oh!
What is that?
I took a bite.
It's just impossible.
The Balloon. Story by Mark Anderson.
Dum 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 dum.
Ichabod is walking to the local balloon store.
Dum 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 dum. Let me see the balloons.
Okay, here they are.
Too pointy. Too long. I need a microscope to see this one.
What do you want?
I'll take this one.
Hey, come back here. Pay for that. Hey, where'd he go?
The end.
Cinema Zoom is movies and videotapes made by you. We really like what we see on Cinema Zoom and want to see more. If you or your class have a film that you made, send it to Zoom.
At Zoom, Z-O-O-M, box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134. Send it to Zoom!
And don't forget your SAISY so we can send it back when we've all seen it.
A couple years ago, on my birthday weekend, I was out walking with a friend and my leg collapsed on me. And then I guess it was about a week later, they did a biopsy. And 4 or 5 days after that, they came and told me that I had to have my leg amputated. What I had was a cancerous tumor. It was spreading, and there were cancer cells all around that area. And if my leg had been left on, it would have killed me within a year. I never went through a period of feeling angry, but even now, I can, just be going along and suddenly I think about it, and sometimes, I really don't believe that it's me who has my leg amputated. Okay, let's try it again. It's hard getting up these stairs because I never get my foot in the right place. About 8 days after my operation, they got me up on crutches, and then 2 days later they started me walking with my leg on. The idea of the physical therapy is to get you out walking and out doing things again, and they like to perfect your walk, but they don't insist upon it. What they really want to do is make you independent. Right, all right. So just like that.
Good. All right. Now.
And then push.
There you go.
Just like there. One of the things that really seems strange to me now is I can't remember how I used to walk. I just can't think what it would be like to walk with 2 legs and to not have to worry about, where you put your foot and, am I arching my back too much or am I getting my timing right?
Look like you're gonna take off.
Funny step with my arm, okay.
Okay, now slowly. Okay.
When I got out of the hospital, I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to do things. I didn't want to sit around the house and do nothing. It took a while for me to convince my mother to let me go back to school. They were sort of, as I'm overprotective. They don't think so, but I do. My friends at school, when I first got back, they were sort of cautious. They didn't know how to treat me or anything like that.
Mrs. Talbot, is this enough mushrooms? I think so, don't you?
But after a while, they got used to me. Now they treat me pretty normal.
I just got carried away.
I went to a party once, and some kid came up, imitating the way I walk, very exaggerating. He said, "Hey," sort of walking like that. "Do you always walk like that?" And I turned around and I said, "No, a year and a half ago when I had my real leg I didn't, but now that I wear an artificial one I do." He just sort of dropped his jaw, said, "You're kidding me."
Oh, when I made mine.
Well, I know people aren't going to completely ignore the fact that I'm an amputee, because there are a lot of things that I do different, but yet I don't want them to make a fuss over it.
Right, I know. I know. We have to do homework and a cooking course.
It's important that you have a leg, and as you do on the other side, that you have the movement.
When I post, I think it needs a little bit of movement. It's only a tiny bit, but it's enough.
All right, let's just go on with a good working trot posting.
Okay. After I had my leg amputated, I really wanted to get back out and try it again. You can feel that you're up high and you're up there and out and going. It's like skiing. You're just out there and nothing to hold you back, nothing to inhibit you.
I want you to remember to keep your knee bent. Bend slightly at the waist. Look in front of you. Look where you're going. Don't look down at the ground. You're going to be going
New
straight
England
down
Handicapped
the hill.
Sportsmen's Association is a really neat group. It's a lot of fun, and it really helps to know other people who have the same problem as you. It also helps to, make yourself push and get to be as good as everybody else is. A lot of the skiers in the NEHSA are really fantastic, and that's one of the things I keep saying to my parents. I want to be as good as them, and they said, "Well, Diana, you might not be as athletic. You might not be able to." I say, "Yes, I can."
You say you're supposed to keep your weight on the outriggers, but you're not supposed to put too much weight on them, are you?
If you start coming off those outriggers and picking them up off the ground, when you need them, you can place it down on the ground. They're going to be all cockeyed. They're going to go off in different directions, and you're just going to lose your balance and fall. So we want you to keep them firmly planted on the ground and some weight on them. That's the only way you're going to keep them on the ground.
Well, I know I'll never be a tap dancer or a famous ballet dancer or whatever. And I know I'm never going to be a speed runner, but things like that don't really bother me because I can do all the basic things that just everybody else does. I met this person who was talking about how it might be that he would have to have his leg amputated, and he was a very athletic person, and he said, "Well, I don't know if I'd go through with that. I think I might just let myself die because, I just don't see any point to living." But with me, it's very different. I look forward to what I'm going to do and what I'm going to be, and I really look forward to life. It's very important to me. I appreciate it.
It never works.
Doom, 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 do I zoom do, do I zoom do, do I zoom do.
Here's a Zoom Do sent in by Matthew Riley of Westbury, New York. They're called spool racers. What you need is some wooden spools, some rubber bands, some tacks, some metal washers, sticks, pencils, or toothpicks. What you do is you stick a tack on one side of your wooden spool. Kind of hard. Alright. Then you stick your rubber band through your wooden spool. You might want to use a paper clip to make it easier to get it through. And you hook one side of the rubber band on to the tack. On the other side, you stick your washers in. Then your stick. And there you have it, your spool racers. We made some spool racers of our own, using some larger spools that we found. We also made some smaller ones. We decorated them with tape. You can decorate it with paint or markers if you'd like. The tighter you wind it, the faster it'll go, but be sure not to wind it too tight, or else it's just going to spin all over the place. If you'd like a Zoom card with the instructions on how to make spool racers, write Zoom, Box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134. And don't forget your SAISY. Drivers to your spools. On your mark. Get set, go!
Hip to hip.
Zoom is looking for games.
Shoulder to shoulder.
Do you and your friends have a game you like to play?
Head to head to head to head to head to head.
Send the rules to Zoom. Box 350, Boston, Mass. 02134. Send it to Zoom.
I mean, punishments. When you get punished,
You hate the person who punishes after you.
But then you like them afterwards.
I know some
as
kids.
soon as you get, like, big people, like 12 or something, if they get punished, they go in their room and they sit there. And then they start crying.
I don't.
Because, like, they're there, and when the mother punishes them, they want to act really big, you know? And then they say, you know, I'm not going to cry. And then they get in their room and they start crying all over the place. Punishments, I hate punishments.
When my mother, just gives me a whack or something, right? I sometimes start cracking up, and I make her crack up too. I do. I start cracking up, and then she starts laughing. And, we just forget about it,
Sometimes I think that adults, they have some sort of ESP or something like that. Because they can always tell when they can hear. They have extra super hearing powers. They can tell when you're lying just by looking at you, and they say, stop lying to me. Something like that. I heard you in there.
Nicholas,
Well, I think
does your father ever tell you, I heard what you did? And he goes, how? I have eyes in the back of my head.
Yeah,
Because I really used to be scared of my mother. I thought she was always out to get me. I used to think that every little thing I did, she could see. She had this little crystal ball like she was looking into. And she could see me doing anything. If I was supposed to go to the store and I stopped and I was talking with my friends and I said, oh no, my mother sees me.
I feel bad when, I get into a fight with my sister or something, right? And then, it's really her fault or something, And then I hate seeing her get punished. I don't know why, but I just feel bad, And when you don't and she does and you both fight.
I feel so sorry. Like, my brother gets punished most of the time, you see. And, I feel so bad. I almost go and cry when my brother gets punished. He starts crying and everything. I just feel so bad.
No,
I really love him, He's my brother. Why not? I love beating him up, too, but...
When do your parents fully get angry at you?
if I break something.
When I do bad things.
When I come in late.
When I hit my sister. When I beat up my brother.
When I get in trouble. When I do something wrong. When I don't obey them. When I don't listen to them. I ignore them.
They get angry all the time.
Will the meeting please come to order? The main topic for tonight's discussion will be kids. I don't know what's wrong with these kids today.
Kids who can understand anything they say. Kids, they are disobedient, disrespectful oafs.
Noisy, crazy, sloppy, lazy loafers. And while we're on the subject, kids, you can talk and talk till your face is blue.
Kids, but they still will do what they want to do.
Why can't they be like we were, perfect in every way?
what Jimmy and Sally's parents said they could do, you're not going.
Kids! Believe me, I'm doing this for your own good. You'll understand when you're older. Kids!
Oh, just wait till you have children of your own.
Laughing,
Singing,
Dancing, grinning,
children,
And while we're on the subject,
kids, they are just impossible to control. Kids, with their awful clothes, they're rock and roll. Why can't they dance like we did? Tangle the night away.
nothing's the matter with kids today.
Kids, there is nothing wrong with us kids today. Kids, we can understand everything we say.
come on, friends.
We're just the same as they were, perfect in every way. Nothing's the matter with kids today.
told you it would work.
We need you. Come on and zoom, 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 zoom. Come on and zoom, 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 zoom. Come on, give it a try. We're gonna reach for the sky. You can help us to fly high. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, zoom. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, zoom. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, zoom. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, zoom. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, zoom. Come on and zoom. Come on and zoom, zoom. Come on and zoom.
Major funding for Zoom has been provided by a grant from General Foods Corporation. Additional funding has been provided by this station and by other public television stations, and by the United States Department of Health, Education, and Welfare, Office of Education, Bureau of Education for the Handicapped.